Because I'm one of those people that hoard things and keeps everything. This was on the floor at McHale Center back in 2002, and I don't know if that's Jim Rosborough's writing or Lute Olson, but look at that. It says, Dodd uses Pruitt on the fast break. I don't know why I kept that. I worked that game, though, back in 2002, which brings us to this moment. We talked about it on the pregame show. Who will ever forget Kyle Dodd going into the pile, taking exception to the contact as he went after Tucson's favorite son, Luke Walton. It was an inspirational moment for the Sun Devils, no doubt. And, of course, we had Kyle Dodd and former Arizona Wildcat Joseph Blair on FoxSportsArizona.com in the live web chat. We talked to him in the pregame show, now halftime, and, of course, here in the postgame show. But, Kyle, you didn't know I had that script. I was going to give that to Joe, so Joe knew, Joseph, I should say, knew how to defend you.
Yeah, I mean, the clip, I guess, it never gets old for me, I guess, because that was about the only good thing that happened tonight. So,
but I want to get to this, guys. There was a physical nature to this game, Joseph. I'll turn to you. We wanted to start this segment with a look back to what Kyle was trying to do and fire up his team. How surprised were you at just how physical this game was?
Well, it's a Arizona rivalry. It's going to be physical. That's the way it is. It's always been like that. I know Kyle can also say the same thing. When these two teams play each other, it gets heated, and all the friendships are aside for that moment, and you just want to win that game. And this is one of the biggest games of the year for either team, and I think it could be the game of the year for the Wildcats so far.
It was an iconic moment, I think, for the head coach. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. But, Kyle, from your perspective, watching your Sun Devils, how do you think they reacted just in the physical side of the game?
I didn't think they reacted well to much of anything tonight, to be honest with you. I thought they seemed a little bit out of their game from the get-go, and I attribute that to Arizona. They came ready to play, and it's kind of an ugly game to start the game, but Arizona really turned it on in the second half, and it was kind of disappointing to see the Devils never really get it going.
As we see the physical nature of this rivalry, Joseph, how did you think Arizona responded early on as they tried to figure out, really, I think, that zone and how to attack it? Were you impressed with it?
You know, even online, we had a lot of questions come to me about what can we do about the zone, and it was obvious in the first half we just weren't penetrating, getting inside the way we had to. We were passing around a lot, shooting a lot of jump shots that just weren't falling for us. And right away in the second half we came more aggressive, getting down in the lane, more penetrations. And once we started getting those penetrations, we got easier shots on the outside. When those shots started falling, it completely opened up the game.
Kyle, you sort of stuck it to the U of A fans out there at halftime. How did things change in their responses and their questions to you? Not much at all.
Yeah, no. I mean,
you're the most popular guy in Tucson.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, they are passionate about their team, and I find it interesting that someone like me can get under their skin so much. But hey, that's what rivalry basketball is all about, and you got to appreciate the fact that they're so passionate about their team, and I wish that a couple of the comments would have been on the nicer side, but I mean we had a great time actually. So
well, Joseph, apparently someone wanted to comment on your looks as compared to Kyle. Is that what happened early on in the
you're right before we came in at halftime, we said we had a lot of votes going on during the game. One was who was going to win the game, who's going to win the Pac-10 conference. So right before we came up, I said, well, let's go ahead and vote on who looks the best between me and Kyle at halftime. And right away, before we could even get up here, someone had already commented and said, I'm more attractive.
But mature.
That's right. My maturity is very attractive.
You all right with it, Kyle?
Yeah, that's fine. And I would expect nothing else, man. It's a U of A ASU game. So
thanks. It was a pleasure seeing you again.
No problem. Thanks for so
Joseph. Always good to see you guys. Kyle Dodd, Joseph Blair helping us out at FoxSportsArizona.com, our live web chat.